Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. This is going to be on The Water Magician, which aired last week. Pretty much when this video starts to pick up, more likely there'll be 2 episodes out. But time of recording, there's still 1 episode. It is only subbed, and it is a isekai, new life type of series. I would say also world building, if that makes any sense. I'll explain why. But essentially, that's what the series is all about. There wasn't a lot of other human characters in the first episode, and in fact, I feel like by what we got from the closing, it kind of hinted that this is kind of more like episode 0. And I'll explain what I mean by that in just a second. But before anything, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media by checking the description below. Best one is TikTok. That's really where I post. Haven't really been posting much anywhere else. I am trying to pick myself up with posting more and more in other places, but it's just hard, guys. It's hard to keep up with all this stuff. So you find one that you like and you stick with it, right? So thank you guys for the love and support. I have been seeing the subscriber count go up again, so welcome yourself. If you're coming new to the channel, welcome yourself, as well as thank you for the support. If you haven't subscribed, join the team, and let's keep on growing. I hope we can grow more than any past few years that we've had. Like, I had a big growth in the beginning, and then we kind of plateaued. So hopefully this is the year to grow. Okay, The Water Magician. Like I said, kind of like episode 0, and it's just from the closing. The closing had nothing to do with the character that we met. And what the last character said at the very end of the episode hinted that there's going to be a huge time jump in the next episode. So, fortunately, I give my first impressions by just 1 episode. So, probably we'll watch the next episode or next 2 episodes to see what the series is really about. But these are my first impressions from this only first episode. Okay, so the episode starts with a guy being reincarnated. He's talking to an angel, I guess. He tells him that he's not a god of what he would think a god is, but more like what he would think an angel is. And so he's like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And he explains to him that essentially he's being reincarnated to a different world. He can kind of choose what he wants. He doesn't really choose everything, but he chooses that he wants a tranquil life. He wants to not have to struggle, I guess. And he's reincarnated with some stuff. He kind of explains him that the world has magic and kind of lets him know how magic works. He does give him, I believe it's 2 months worth of food in where he reincarnates, as well as like a place to live and all that, and a shield around it where monsters won't bother him. So keynote, because when he reincarnates, he does reincarnate as a younger 16-17-year-old boy, like most isekais. He starts practicing how to use magic, and essentially the first third of the episode, I want to say, it's all about him getting the hang of magic. His magic is water magic, which he later finds out that he can do ice magic with it, essentially. And that's really what he uses for attack moves, is the ice magic. And then also finds out that he can make warm water, which in terms can condense, so there's also condensation, I guess, he can do. There's a lot of things that he starts learning, like hot water for baths, but also he knows that he needs to eventually hunt, so he starts doing water attacks and realizes that as he's attacking trees, that they're not getting much damage because at the end of the day it is water, and he needs to work on his velocity, which he does, but then starts learning that he can make ice, and this is where he gets better because he starts making shields or barriers essentially that work as shields for him, square things essentially, but also icicles that if he works on it, he's able to do it. So he does a really good job. I think it's like a week or two that he lives off just the land that he's given before he goes out and wanders. And first day has a first encounter with a boar. Now the boar is a wild boar and just charges at him, and he survives just barely by making basically a different icicle, I guess, landing spot for the pig, and he dies because he falls stabbing himself, right? So then he goes back, trains, learns to make more weapons. He goes and explores, and this is how he's going back and forth. But at this, I guess, second or third time he encounters this big bird that the battle ends in a draw. He's able to cut the bird's eye, and the bird gets too hurt that he flies away. Now, that day, because of all the commotion, he gets lost, and on his way back home, trying to figure out where his home is, he finds this headless spirit, and then it becomes where every day he comes to this pond, I guess you can call it, or lake or pond, and starts training with this spirit. So much that one day the spirit, out of respect, gives him a sword that can transform with his water magic. Now he uses this to slay the bird. The last part of the episode is basically the battle of him, or the rematch of him and the bird. Now the bird has evolved into this black bird that is stronger, so even though he has been training as well, the bird has become stronger and more dangerous. So the battle is still, I guess you can say, in its own way, epic. So they go in and battle it out, trying to basically have one sole survivor, and he's the one, obviously, at the end of the day. Then he has an encounter with, randomly, a dragon. Now, the dragon doesn't attack him. He actually can use telepathy and talks to him about how he saw the battle. He thought it was great. He explains a little bit about the world. He tells him that the sword that he has was given to him by the fairy god or something like that, and he must be very special because those type of weapons only come once in a lifetime, and he has one. So he gets information about the world. He gets more stuff answered. While all this is going on, the episode kind of ends with the angel looking down at how he's doing and makes this comment of, it looks like he has internal youth as an attribute. Guess I missed that. And that's how the episode ends. So this is why I think there's going to be a time jump. Internal youth, that means that he can live for thousands of years and he's still going to be young. So I'm going to assume that there's going to be a time jump where it's just him training, him learning how to do stuff. There's going to be a whole civilization that grows around where he lives. So, because the closing of the episode very much shows a more advanced environment, as well as there's like a girl who's like not ever seen in the episode. So either the girl is the dragon, which very often that happens, or the girl is a new character that he's going to meet in the second episode. It's going to become his companion or whatever. But yeah, that in a nutshell is the first episode of The Water Magician, which, again, pretty good episode, pretty good build up. The ending kind of give me a episode 0 type of thing. Like, it's introducing us to what the real anime is going to be. That's what I mean by episode 0. So yeah. Okay, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think this is going to be a decent series, not much talked about, but will be enjoyed by those that watch it. So 6 out of 10, we'll just give it a mid rating for now, and we'll see if it grows or not on us. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so, go check out my other first impressions. I have about 7 or 6 out already. More to come this week. Thank you guys for your love and support, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.